Restless. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a song called Restless by Rockschool, their originals. Over here we have crotchet set at 140 beats per minute. The genre, which is type of music, is called punk rock. Here the code is every quaver is swung, which means that the third quaver, the second quaver is 66% closer to the next beat rather than 50%. So you know how we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and in this case we got 1, let 2, let 3, let 4, let. So the second and the fourth, or the second quaver, is closer to the next, as in about 16% closer to the next one. So it has this boom, dat do, dat dee, dat 4, let. So therefore, on the floor, you're using your right stick on the floor tom, with a bass, da sta, bass, da sta, bass, not bass, floor. You do this groove 4 times, 5, 6, 7 times, boom, boom, da, boom, boom, da, da, da. Bass, da sta, bass, da, big and strong with the accents. That arrowhead means accent. Hit it louder. Crash, snap, bass, snap, because that's closer to the fourth crotchet group. And then you got bass with a crash, bass, crash, snare, bass, crash, bass, 4 triplet, 1, 2, let 4. I repeat that bar. Another happens 3 times in total. 1 triplet, 2 on the, because when you see a 3 underneath this is when you triplet the crotchet group. That's how I say it. 1 triplet, 2 flam on floor, flam on snare. Yeah, I did that right. Then you got crash, open hats here with the 0 on top. Just make them hiss, make them express energy through the, chaotic sounding hi-hats. Punk rock is part of that. It's one of the features, I would say. Bass, snap, bass, snap, bass, snap, bass, snap, bass, yeah. So 2-bar groove. Here it's bass, snare, bass, flam on snare, and then you got bass, da, da, da. So 1, let 2, let, crash. So treat this with the right stick, right, left, right on tom 2 or the mid tom. Crash on the left, boom, da, 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 bass, flam, and that's flam on snare. 1, let 2, let, rest, let 4. 4 is a flam snare, a snare flam, however you say it. Crash, snare, bass, and then you do a bit more of this groove, except it's on 3 let with the floor and the bass, boom, 2 let B, 4 left crash, 2 left 3, 4 triplet. Didn't I, Tyler? I thought that was a bass, didn't I? You corrected me. That's why it's good to have sharp-minded students. Keeps me in line. Crash, snare, bass, snare. That's more of the same. Happens for 3 bars. Bass, snare, bass, bass, snare. Crash. More of the same. If you know that, always read vertically, and then you'll get it. Crash bass for the first crotchet group. Hat snare for the second crotchet group. 3 triplet for the snare with the bass. 3 triplet for the third crotchet group. 4 is floor bass. And then you got left foot hats, so you with your left foot. Flam on snare, flam on floor, hat, hat. 1 triplet, 2 on the floor, 4, 4, 4, hat, hat. And then you just develop it. Sometimes I dropped out the left foot hats here, and I did this all. It was a bit chaotic, but you know, the point is, play it in the genre punk rock. It should come together really, really well, and get to know it and have fun with it. Experiment, of course. Crash, snare, bass, bass, snare happens 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th time, and then you crash, snare, bass, bass, snare. Remember the code for 60% close to the next crotchet group. Then you got 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. You can treat these as single strokes, or you can go right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right. However, you can do the sticking that way as well. Crash, snare, bass, bass, snare. Same groove, except now you're on open hats, but sometimes a crash bass. Then you got crash, snare, bass, bass, snare, crash, snare, bass, bass, 4 triplet, snare, bass. That ends it. That's a crotchet rest or a quarter note rest. That's a minimum rest with 2 crotchet or quarter note equivalent rests. Thank you for listening. You've been wonderful.